South Africa, my race is called colored. And it's a very stressful term to use in America because I know it's a derogatory term. Right. But I mean, that's what we are called.
This South African girl gonna get in my comments talking about we just mad because we didn't create Tyla. Girl, we created Beyonce and Michael Jackson, bitch. You think we give a fuck about some Tyla? Be fucking for real.
Tyla's album did not do good because they want to steal blackness, babe. Not coloredness. They want to appropriate black culture, not colored. You know what I'm saying? You have, in America, if you want to do good, you have to be black so that white people can come and take it and appropriate it and then use it as an excuse to say the N-word in a crowd. You get what I'm saying? Like, learn your audience. Learn your target audience.
Tyla's album flopped because the world depends on black Americans for consumerism. We are the influence. We South Africans are coming on here and saying basically like, oh, y'all are fighting with her because she said she's colored and all this other stuff. It's not only that. We have seen this girl on the stage at the award shows. Oh, it's so heavy. Like, it's just her vibe in general. Like, it just don't give. So no, we don't have to succumb and take part in her music. Y'all go ahead and make sure her stuff don't flop next time.
The only reason African Americans have an issue with Tyla, considering herself coloured and not black in the American sense, is because of American exceptionalism and the one-drop rule. In the UK, we don't use the term coloured, it's also an offensive term. However, we understand that different countries and different cultures have different ways of referring to the racial makeup of different people. We also understand that being coloured in South Africa is not just being black and a little bit white. It's not just being mixed. It's not just being light-skinned. It encompasses many different racial mixes: East Asian, South Asian, black, white. And when I look at Tyla, I think it's actually quite clear that she has South Asian ancestry as well. But I don't hear South Asian people feeling offended that she doesn't claim that identity on its own. What's really difficult for African Americans to understand is that they are not the keepers of blackness. They are the keepers and creators of African American blackness. But there is also black British people, black European people from all sorts of different countries, black Canadian people, and we all have our own versions of blackness that are intertwined with the cultures from whence we came and the culture of the country in which we live. So, no, I don't think Tyla's getting what she deserves by only selling 3,000 copies of her album in her opening week. I think Americans need to grow up and move away from the things that they were taught by the system, because it's just giving American, honestly. It's not giving black.
Yo, so black Americans are mad that Tyla doesn't identify as black. Hi, bull. So you're gonna tell me that y'all are mad that somebody is not claiming to be black, yet you're saying she's using us for our culture, but when somebody pretends to be black just to get numbers off us, y'all get mad too. So which one is it? Do you want their truth? Do you want their truth, Wayna? And what culture is she appropriating? She's colored, which is its own separate race in South Africa. If you don't know what that is, you got Google, look it up. Her hit song that all y'all singing is on an Amapiano beat. That is a South African created. Sorry to my South Africans for these Americans, Shem. The only one of them I claim is my mama.
Yes, Tyla is another one. She's another. I told y'all a month ago we did not like Tyla. Tyla was another one in regards to, it's not that we want her to be relatable. We wouldn't want to be around her. We wouldn't want to meet her. We already know what she would give in a meet and greet. We don't want to be around the energy, okay? Her even attempting to ask Haley and Lil Nas X, they both surpassed her in many ways. Why do you even feel comfortable asking them to hold your shit? Are you crazy? You should have had somebody up there that you wanted to be up there and had them hold it, your producer or somebody that worked on the album, and have them hold it. But you don't ask the Little Mermaid to hold your shit. You don't ask Lil Nas X. He was a gentleman for holding her shit. Because he could have said, nah, and it really would have been a moment. Her moment was not because everybody was just so enamored about who she was. Her moment was based off of her attitude and what she gave. We don't like it. We still don't like it. We're not here for it. She would have to do a completely different. I don't even think she can give a different rebrand because it's not her brand that isn't good. It's her that we don't like.
Tyla is not black. Let's talk about it. Race in the United States is not the same as in South Africa. That's why many Americans were shocked to find out Tyla doesn't identify as black. Blackness in America is defined by the one drop rule, where having just one recent black ancestor and certain facial features gives you this distinction. But in South Africa, concepts of race were influenced by apartheid. So, while indigenous South African groups are considered black, and descendants of British and Dutch colonists are considered white, there's another group called colored. Colored refers to South Africans of mixed ethnicity, often descending from interracial couplings of black Africans and white settlers. This also included South Asians until the end of apartheid. Tyla falls into this category because some of her heritage is Indian, Mauritian, and Zulu. Colored communities in South Africa have a distinct culture that's different from other racial groups in the country. And even though apartheid ended, the way South Africa thinks about race is still the same, with this thinking still ingrained into culture today. So for Tyla, identifying as colored is a function of her heritage and the politics of her homeland. This is Habari and Gemma. Follow me if you want to learn more about African politics and pop culture.
So Tyla's EP in America didn't do good at all, right? She sold like, 3.7 thousand copies or something. And it's probably largely due to this whole I'm colored situation. I don't really fault her for being proud of where she's from and the classification of what she is from where she's from, ethnic wise. I just feel like she really should have just used mixed. Because in America, colored is still a racist trope, right? So like when I went to South Africa, right, I went to Cape Town, it was a whole lot of white people out there, right? So this one situation I had, I was walking to the V&A waterfront in Cape Town. And as I was walking, this white guy, he's about to pass me, and he was like, "Hey, excuse me." And I was like, "What's up?" He was like, "Are you colored?" And I was like, "What?" He was like, "Are you a colored?" So I'm like, "What the fuck did you just say? I know you ain't just try me in international waters. I'm about to beat your ass, right?" And then so he talking about, no disrespect. You look unique. You look unique. And I was like, "What the fuck does that got to do with you calling me colored?" And he was like, "No, that's an ethnicity here. That's an ethnicity here." And I'm like, "That's a what?" So I forgot about the apartheid and how deep the segregation is out there, right? So he was like, "Yeah, no disrespect. No, you just look unique. You look good. You look very good." And I was like, "I appreciate that, man, but you can't go around saying shit like that, because in America, that's a racist trope, bro. Like that's a sign of oppression and Jim Crow and all that. You get your ass beat saying some shit, calling a black person that." And he was like, "No, I'm sorry." And this a white South African. So I can understand why black Americans would look at somebody from South Africa saying some shit like that weird. Like, why would you say that? Why would you call yourself colored? Why would you say you're not black? I mean, she's not. She's mixed. She got her father's like Indian or something. And you know what I'm saying? But like here it's racist. They're proud to be called colored. Like when I was doing the tour, when I did a tour, it's still segregated. It's still segregated. They have townships. They had the black Africans, and then they had the coloreds. The township where the black Africans live, it was so run down. It looked so bad. It looked so bad. And then they take us to where the coloreds, live, like the schools and all of that. It looked nice. It looked really nice. It's not too far above the black South Africans and how their township looks, but it looked better than that. And I was like, this shit is fucked up. And I said it on the tour bus. I was like, you know, I'm surrounded by a bunch of white people, Europeans and Asians, and everybody got fucking quiet. Cause I'm literally the only American on that fucking bus. So, or not bus, I'm sorry, van. So I'm looking at it, I was like, this shit is really segregated. And there's so many white people out there. It's so many fucking white people out there. And it's like, what the fuck is going on? I thought apartheid was ended with when Mandela, but it's so deeply ingrained in the culture out there that they're proud to be that. They're proud to call themselves colored, and you know, all of that. And it's like it's a disconnect with, you know, certain words and whatnot, because in America, you call colored, whether no matter how it's spelled, it's still racist coming out of a white person's, coming out of anybody's mouth. You know what I'm saying? But to South Africans, it's not an issue. To us, yeah, that's racism. That's Jim Crow, man. That's segregation. You know what I'm saying? That's disrespect. So I don't think she was well educated when she spoke on that. Because I don't think she would have said some shit like that if she really understood. And I'm mad her publicist, or, you know, whoever, you know, didn't educate her, you know, to just say you mixed. I'm a mixed woman. That's all she should have said. She's a mixed woman. I'm mixed. Like, it would have been cool. But colored, like, I don't even like that. When I was out there, I'm like, why are y'all calling yourselves colored? Like, what? But colored is mixed is a mixed person. And I was like, oh, this white man done heavily disrespected me. And the classification is so weird. It's still segregated because it's whites, Indians, coloreds, Black Africans. Why the fuck is y'all still operating off of that? Why are you proud to be called a colored? Like,
Tyla is colored. And some of you have an issue with that, so let's talk about it. This video of Grammy-nominated South African singer Tyla has been going viral for a lot of unfortunate reasons. Around 10% of South Africa's population is made up of the colored community. To be colored is to be mixed race. They are descendants of the Khoisan, one of the oldest tribes in Southern Africa. They've gone on to create culture, customs, and a rich sense of self within South Africa, and are acknowledged and respected as colored people. Now, I understand that the term colored means something different in other parts of the world, and to ask you to ignore your own history and painful associations would be unfair. However, we are not going to erase someone's culture because we don't understand it. This could be a beautiful opportunity to educate ourselves and each other and understand that the way you perceive someone is not who they have to be, because then we're just doing what's been done to us.